you to label correctly, which is the most important part. And then we'll get to your worksheet, okay? So look, your legs are 1-1, your hypotenuse is rad 2. You guys are always really good with this because you guys recognize if this is my 90-degree angle, then opposite the side opposite the 90-degree angle is always your hypotenuse. So then in that case, you guys know this is rad 2, rad 2, rad 2, rad 2, right?
Yeah.
Always. Okay. Your legs are 1-1. A 45, 45, 90 has equal legs. So this is just 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. If they give you these tick marks, they expect you guys to understand that that means equality, congruency, right?
Yeah.
So if they're not giving you the angles, you should already know this is a 45, 45, 90, right? If they're just giving you the tick marks, you should know that's 45, 45. State tests like to do this, like your PSAT, your SATs, your SBAC, they're going to imply two congruent legs. It's a 45, 45.
That's crazy.
Okay, so with that being said, let's go to one of these problems. We'll do this after we do a few of these, okay? All right, so if I go to, oh, it's so small. You guys okay with this? Yeah, move it? Okay. So I've got holes. Let's find another paper. All right, guys, I'm recording. Okay, first one in the worksheet, we're going to solve for A and B. 5 red 2, right? So this worksheet, right, just grabbing the first one. Okay, look, this is, let's do the formal math textbook way. If you understand this, this may not be your method. Afterwards, I will redo it with shortcuts, okay? So here we go. So the correct way then would be you would redraw your special right triangle, your reference triangle. So this is my reference triangle. This is my new triangle, right? This is a given one. Okay, what do I know? I know my hypotenuse is 1-1. I'm sorry. My hypotenuse is rad 2. My legs are 1-1. Okay, so then if you guys go in from when you were going over similarity, if you match them up and you make your statement of proportionality, it's always new over reference or the given new triangle, the one you have to solve over reference. Donegan, yeah? Okay, so I'm going to go green over green, pink over pink, orange over orange. Okay. Keep going. Okay, so I get B over 1, 5 rad 2 over rad 2, and A over 1. And so when you learned in im2 your statement of proportionality, you then learned about the cross product property, which is how you solve a proportion. So within the statement of proportionality, one of these ratios is more important than the other two, and that's because it's your scale factor. And so this right here is your scale factor. Now this is unreduced. That's your scale factor. Now, it now became your preference, if you guys remember in IM2, did you want to reduce the scale factor or do you want to keep the scale factor as 5 rad 2 over rad 2? Because if you were to reduce 5 rad 2 over rad 2, you guys know, right? The identity property of division, right? Everything's divided by itself is 1, right? 4 divided by 4 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1, right? What's rad 2 divided by rad 2? It's just 1, right? And so reduce would give me 5. I'm trying to find a calculator. Yeah. Okay, so if I used a calculator too, 5 rad 2, and these calculators are great, over rad 2, and there's my 5, right? It's not like, there you go. Okay, So it's up to you if you want to use this 5 rad 2 over rad 2 or if you want to use the 5. Okay, so how do I solve for A? How do I solve for B? You take your B ratio and you set it equal to your scale factor. You take your A ratio and you set it equal to your scale factor. Your scale factor is your other proportion. That's why you have to find it. And whether you reduce it is up to you. And now you just cross product property. And so that means what's 1 times 5? 5. What's 1 times 5? 5. And so it's a 5, 5, 5 rad 2 triangle. Okay, that's the correct way to solve it. What would be the shortcut? I just gotta redraw it. And obviously, no writing would be you doing it in your head because you know what you're doing. Can I move it up a little? Yeah. Okay, look, we're going to do all of this. But we're going to put it on this given triangle. We're going to do all of this, but it's just to the side. So you're not going to see the statement of proportionality. You will see your scale factor. We're still going to set up our cross product property, but it's kind of cleaned up. It's more set up in the multiplication aspect. Okay, so here we go. If this is your given triangle, number 1 all over again, you recognize it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. All right, so now I come in with a red marker because everything's in blue ink. My hypotenuse is rad 2, and my legs are 1, 1. So I don't draw a secondary triangle. I label with the given triangle. Okay, which is my scale factor? You're kind of looking at these like your statement of proportionality, B over 1, A over 1, 5 rad 2 over rad 2. And so this is my scale factor. It's the side with 2 numbers. Okay, so to find the scale factor, you divide, you create a ratio because it's the statement of proportionality. So what's 5 rad 2 over rad 2? 5, we already agreed to that. Now, how you find your unknown side lanes. Okay, I'm not going to solve it yet. Hold on. You're kind of going to grab that red marker. So if I want to solve for A, what's the reference side length? 1 times my scale factor 5, and so there's 5, which is what we got here. So if I'm going 1 times 5, it's you setting up that portion and cross product property and saying 1 times 5 is 5. It's just the math is there, it's just we're kind of making it more linear for us. So what's B? The red is 1 times my scale factor 5, and so it's 5. And obviously you could do it a lot faster. Okay, I'll stop it here. I'll give you guys a moment and I'll let this upload, and then we'll go to the second one.